Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode we're going to be talking about, overall satanic infighting. Anyone who's watched my channel for a long time will probably know my thoughts on it. I don't think infighting is an inherently bad thing, but we'll be talking about that more in today's video. What I do here, drop me a like, drop me a sub, all that good shit, and yeah, let's get into the video. But before that, I've actually managed to get Patreon set up for this channel. So if you're feeling generous, you can go down in the description and get yourself a monthly membership. Patreon members get stuff like, they get early access, they get roles in the Discord server, all that good stuff. So if you're feeling generous, go down there. Yes, I think it goes up to £20 a month, well, $20 a month. So if you're feeling generous, go down there, and yeah, let's get into the video. So as I said in the intro, I don't think that infighting in the satanic community is an inherently bad thing. Like, any good functioning community will have infighting because people are going to have different ideas. I think the problem comes in where you have people who are, they're not fighting because of different ideas in Satanism, they're fighting on political terms with people, or because of political differences. That's what I don't like. I don't like people mixing Satanism with politics, as I've said in other videos, in previous videos. I've talked about atheistic Satanists enough. I think people can interpret my views on atheistic Satanists from my previous videos, but I think that issue's starting to leak into theistic Satanists a bit, because people who are, well, I think it comes from both sides really. People who are on the left or right who also identify as theistic Satanists are, well, I wouldn't say turning against, but they're fighting with other theistic Satanists on political terms instead of theistic ones. Well, not theistic ones, on religious ones. I think that's really silly. I think we as Satanists should look at each other and not see much of a difference, because we have the same goals really. If we both worship Satan, we have the same goals. We both want to venerate Satan. It could take people much to put political differences aside and work together as Satanists. I know that's asking for a lot, like, considering the people who are in this community were not exactly the most organised, are we? But you know, I don't think it'd be a lot for people to put their political differences aside and just work together as Satanists. But you know, that's the way things are really. Of course, as I said, there are examples of good infighting. Like, people will argue over ideas and things like that. Like, they'll argue over like depictions of Satan, or which one is right and which one is wrong. Which again, you know, you can understand. You know, people will have differing ideas. But I seem to still see it from the standpoint of we both still worship the same deity, you know. Well, even if that deity is different or whatever, like, they still have the same traits. We worship the same God, you know. So it's kinda, I don't know, I think it's just silly to fight over that kind of things, because after all, like, you know, like, Satanists are only gonna look out for Satanists. We have nobody else with us. We are basically outcasted from, like, you know, most of religion. So, you know, Satanists aren't gonna look out for Satanists, nobody else is, you know. So sometimes you've just gotta take some, like, personal responsibility. Well, I wouldn't say like personal responsibility, but like community in your group, like, you know, we've gotta help each other, you know, like, even if somebody's from a different sect, you know. Satanists accept that people are egoist, you know, like, humans are, they have an ego by, like, their own nature, like, you know. So people are gonna put themselves first, but it's just, you know, people want power and all that, but we should see it as, like, if you help another person who is a Satanist, you're helping the whole community really, like, you know. It's a better it's a better thing to do than cause more division, just because it might, like, it might help you achieve your goals at some point. I don't see the whole point in it. Don't get me wrong, this isn't me saying that we all need to believe what each other believe, because that's not what I'm saying. We all don't even need to respect each other, but we should at least have some, like, sense of, we all have the same goals, really, you know? We all have the same goals, so I just don't understand the level of division. We should be trying to work together, really, instead of constantly fighting each other over silly shit. Because, again, we all worship the same God. I don't know why this is so hard for some people to, like, I wouldn't say get in their heads, because a lot of people have accepted that. We do all worship the same gods, but we all just do it from different perspectives, you know? See, really, because at least we should be looking out for each other, and we don't. We tend to, I wouldn't say, we tend to try to tell each other what to believe, and that's not really the way you should go about it. Like, if you see, like, somebody who's beginning in Satanism, you shouldn't be telling them this is what to believe. You should be telling them where to find things to figure out what they believe, you know? Because not everyone's going to believe the same thing. It's kind of the reason why I don't really try to tell people what to believe on this channel. I don't tell people my personal practice, because I don't really want to preach to people, you know? I just want to tell people what those things are, and then they can look into it themselves, or they can wait till I do another video about it, you know? Because I feel like that's the best way of doing it, because as long as there are more Satanists, from my opinion, that's a net positive for everybody. It doesn't need to be my specific beliefs or whatever, as long as the Satanic community itself is growing and I'm spreading a good message to those people. I think that's, like, you know, it's a net positive for everybody. I'm not hurting anybody. Now, I don't want this to get misinterpreted as me, like, trying to push a satanic unity, because that's never going to happen. We should all accept that. That's never going to happen. We all differ too much in belief to all agree on one thing and, like, run with it, you know? Like, I don't think you could ever organise Satanism as a religion because of how split up we are. You could organise a group within Satanism. That has been done, you know? But you couldn't organise, like, Theistic Satanists as a group, because we're too different in beliefs and we're too individualistic. We would, you know? So, I don't want it to get misinterpreted as that, because that is completely impossible, you know? So, I just think we should all kind of realise that we all have the exact same, well, pretty much the exact same goals. So, why we do this to each other is just so, I don't know, it's baffling to me, you know? I know this has, again, been a pretty short one. I'm trying to work on some longer videos for you guys, because it doesn't seem to do a bit better. I know the last one didn't do the best, because it was only like 4 minutes long or something like that. But yeah, if you like what I do here, drop me a like, drop me a sub, all that good shit. If you're feeling generous, go on over to Patreon, make a donation. All of it is probably going to go into improving stuff on the channel, getting myself a new camera probably, because this one is absolutely terrible. Maybe a new tripod, because this one isn't exactly the best either. I might do a behind the scenes videos for the Patreons. Yeah, for the Patreons people, because the setup, oh, you guys should see it. It is beautiful. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and Hail Satan.